Catching up to Kagurabachi has been the best thing ever. Like, I just heard he got on a hiatus. There's like 100 and something chapters. I'm only on 34, bro. Oh my, like I'm in peak right now. There's nothing better than just binge watching Kagurabachi or binge reading Kagurabachi right now. But Kagurabachi Chapter 34, bro. Cheeto's always moving so smooth. In the beginning of this chapter, we're going to a funeral, Sazanami clan's funeral. It's their grandfather, Sora, and he's the leader of the clan right now. Then we see the three brothers, Hakuri and his other two brothers, and then we see his father, and his father doesn't have that mask on. Even in the close-up, he doesn't have the mask on. And then they're just like obviously sad about their grandfather passing. And we see the funeral arrangements for him, and he's talking about how his father fulfilled his duty. Now it's up to them to, and how he inherited the father's power. Then we see him with the mask on. Then we see the father talking about the first head of the clan and how he's a really good sorcerer and made this the storehouse space. And this piece of face mask holds the power for over the storehouse, and it shows a symbol of who is the leader of the clan. Then the father tells the two twins how normally you can't pass down sorcery, but with their strong bonds they're able to. And one of the brothers said, is it because of their blood? And it's not only because of their blood, but he just says, do you love me? And they said, of course we love you. He says, well, that's good because I love you too. So I think love might have to do with it too. Then we see the father hugging, and they're like, listen, he just looks warm and happy. I can't believe he was ready to sacrifice one of his other sons. He went against him. Maybe like that's just like when you're the head of the clan, you gotta do things, because he looks like a loving father right here. That's where we see Soya and Hakuri facing off like these, and his brother Soya is like, okay, I'm just gonna kill you now because I can see you're lost ever since that girl ensnared you. And he's talking about that one boy's sister that is I don't even think it was that sister, because she it was a girl that he tried to help get out of the storehouse, and she died. This is when Hakuri tells Chihiro to leave and let him handle it. And so Chihiro's really surprised how he's acting, because he knows he can't beat his brother even though his brother's hurt. He's wondering what's this breakthrough that happened to him, and he tells him that he has to put his life on the line to settle this, thinking about that girl from the storehouse and his family. Now we're back with Shiba, and he's facing Hakuri's younger brother. He has that core where his spiritual powers now like manifesting. We can see how fast this dude is. Even Shiba reacting like, bro, what? But Shiba was able to teleport away from him and get behind him. But the other Tao member tries to attack Shiba as the other one turns around and does a counterattack, but he couldn't dodge that one. Then the other Tao member is like, oh, he must have a time limit with using his teleportation. This is when the father jumps in and gives more weapons to the two Tao members of his two sons. We see all these swords generated, and he's looking like he's ready to give it all out. He throws it right at Shiba. I don't think Shiba could block this mini. Luckily, my boy Cheeto comes out and blocks it using his ice technique with the cloud gouger. Even telling Shiba, how was my timing? He says perfect. If you don't remember earlier in the chapter, Shiba did that for Chihiro. And he asked him about the cloud gouger and how many uses he has left, and he says he only has 1.7 more times to use it, but he's going to use it more carefully. This is where Chihiro asks Shiba, like, how does he have the power of an enchanted blade? And he said he was holding on to this stone. This is where Chihiro knew it was the core of the enchanted blade, and he thought about the leader of that one mafia group and how he's helping them. But he tells him that you can't, the only person or thing that has fully controlled that core is the enchanted blade. He knows what's going to happen to these kids, and he's Hakuri younger brother, so he definitely feels for him. So he tells him, bro, you know what's gonna happen if you keep using that weapon. And all he responds to is, I know I have to fulfill my duty. This is where Chihiro thinks about how evil this family is, like sacrificing themselves for no reason really, but they're doing everything for their beloved father. This is where Chihiro gets a flashback of his father, and that's why he works so hard to be a blacksmith, to make his father proud. This is what Shiba tells him, let's just withdraw, because he knows that there's going to be a time limit for that power. But Chihiro doesn't decide to, and he's like, I'm going to face him head on, give him an honorable death. And lastly, we get to see the two brothers facing off, hitting each other with their own shockwaves. Soya looks kind of injured. Hakuri looks determined. He looks different, man.